Gallic Gun, Final Flash, and Final Shine Attack, not to mention Big Bang. Vegeta has the coolest names for the coolest moves.
Prepare yourself, damn Saiyan.
So with Vegeta's life hanging in the balance, Piccolo, Goten, and Trunks decide that they are going to jump into the fray and attack Rigor, giving Vegeta enough time to pull off a secret move he has been working on, and he thinks this move is something that is going to be able to destroy Rigor. Now this is the best thing about Dragon Ball New Age and this earlier arc, and that is that there really isn't like a bad guy here. You don't really want to see anyone die. You obviously don't want to see Vegeta die, and Rigor you don't want to see die at all. Sapari definitely not. Sapari must be protected at all times, because in this, basically one of them has to go. Rigor wants to kill Vegeta, and Vegeta is trying to kill Rigor, and Rigor is fully aware of that. He even tells Sapari that she needs to get out of the way, and she agrees but tells him that he needs to keep his guard up because these guys are planning something against him. And so seeing her reaction on the sidelines, where her man could technically be vaporized at any moment if the cards are not on his side, well, it just brings a new layer to this chapter and to this arc, because the bad guy, quote unquote bad guy, actually has somebody that loves him and does not want to see him die. So my favorite part about this chapter is Piccolo. Piccolo is a character that in this power scaling universe has been one of the weakest characters and one of the strongest characters. In Dragon Ball New Age, he seems to be in the middle. He landed a decisive blow against Rigor right in his face, but he's not strong enough to really leave a dent. But every time Rigor hits Piccolo, Piccolo gets back up. We do get the classic return of Gotenks, and I honestly really wanted to see this Trunks and this Goten actually fight together without doing the fusion, but I can see how this is basically their only gimmick, or their main gimmick, and how they could really like kind of close the gap in power sort of with using the fusion technique. I just don't like Gotenks as a character, and he does not get better as he aged. I mean, Goten and Trunks are more mature, but Gotenks is the same Gotenks as he was back in the Buu arc. But Gotenks seems to be gaining some headway here, because he is attacking Rigor, and Rigor is forced to respond. This fight almost seems like Gotenks has the upper hand because Rigor can't catch him. And then Gotenks traps Rigor, and we think that the fight sort of is over, but Rigor just sort of breaks out of the donut attack. I think that's what it was called. I'm not exactly sure if this is like the upgraded version, but yeah, he breaks out of that without Gotenks really realizing it, and Gotenks gets punched really hard. He actually gets punched so hard, he gets kicked out of his fusion form. So with Piccolo being out of the fight at this point a while back, and Gotenks being out of the fight right now, nothing is standing in the way. Oh wait, no, Piccolo has one more attack. Piccolo coming in hot, gives him a taste of Hellzone Grenade, and I just love how Rigor's like, I will not be distracted anymore, and then he gets distracted again. And so obviously this attack's not going to do anything, but it is buying the necessary time for Vegeta to get more power and finish the attack that he is charging up for, which looks really cool. And I gotta say again, Vegeta gets the coolest naming attacks. Final Atomic Shine is a play on Final Shine. Final Atomic Shine is a play on Final Shine attack that basically looks like he's throwing two supernovas, or the Final Shine attack is radioactive at this point, but it looks really cool when he attacks with it because it just destroys everything in the vicinity, and it ends up hitting Rigor dead on. And Sapari, she's been sort of gauging the power level of Vegeta in the process, and his power has been tripling, quadrupling when he was charging it up. And so right now Rigor is in some deep shit because the chapter ends and we don't know if Rigor is dead or hurt or whatever, and Vegeta seems to be completely out of gas. He is the last fighter remaining, And I personally think that Rigor probably at the last second exploded in rage, or he got hit with it and he's in really bad shape, but he's gonna explode in rage and heal somehow. I don't know. That's kind of what I think. This is going way past the original manga, so I can only speculate at this point. But this was a really concise chapter. It definitely gave us everything that we wanted when it came to lesser characters or less powerful characters being relevant to the plot. And it gave us a sense, or a deeper sense, that Rigor isn't really a bad guy. He's just a guy that Vegeta fucked a long time ago, and you really don't want to see him dead. Either way, kudos to Malik, you've done it again, sir. This is a fantastic chapter. Can't wait to sink my teeth into the history of Rigor, which will be coming up next. Make sure you follow this man on Twitter. He is the creator of Dragon Ball New Age. This is Going to a Blackscape, signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content.